Hello, this is Retro Marky, and this is the HP Pavilion 5320, kindly donated by Project Reboot. So I did do a quick Google search to see what information I could find for you, and yeah, not a lot at all, unfortunately. There were some interesting old computers from the 70s, but mostly modern laptops came up, and so I found an advert instead. So here's an HP ad for you.
You know what they need, don't you, Gov?
What?
HP sauce. Brings your taste buds back to life again.
So the first thing to say is this thing is frickin' huge. On the left we have the hard drive and power lights, in the middle the floppy drive, and to the right the CD-ROM device, followed by the power switch. As you can see, it's a Pentium 1 machine, and it's designed for Windows 95 or 98. We can also see here with this handy sticker some of the things we expect to find inside: a 133 Pentium, 16 meg of RAM, 256 cache, and a 2 gig hard drive. Okay, so let's open her up and see what's hiding inside. Very, very neat and tidy, despite this machine being absolutely humongous. It also weighs an absolute ton. So, looking from the back here, we've got a card here, which I believe is the video card. And there's the ports there for SVGA. And below we've got a sound card. Not sure which type yet. Over to the right we've got this funny triangular card, which is turns out to be a modem card. Towards the front of the machine there we have the CPU underneath the heatsink, and over here the cabling for IDE, and they're the drives from behind, including the power connectors. Here's the back of the CD-ROM drive and a bunch of cables. All in all, a very clean and tidy machine, in fact. But still, you know me, I can't resist giving it a bit of a scrub. So here's my toothbrush, paintbrush, and a baby wipe. And with these we should be able to clean it up just nicely. Okay, so let's check our voltages. Put the multimeter into the Molex connector, stick it to volts DC, and we should get 5 volts more or less. That's close enough indeed, that's looking good. And there's our 12 volt rail, that's close enough indeed. Perfect. Okay, so first boot after God knows how many years. Now we will get an error, and that's because the hard drive is not connected. The reason for that is, and there we have the error, the reason for that is I like to test the machines running without the hard drive. Then I know if I insert the hard drive and there's a problem, that the problem's in the hard drive itself. So we've got no IDE on there, as you can see on the bus. So I'll pop it in and we'll reboot it. And that's booted fine and recognised the C drive, and it's reset itself to the 1st of January 1988. And we can see we've got 2.1 gigabytes as claimed. No other adapters, and we can change the boot sequence because I want to see if there's anything on the hard drive, and also reinstall either DOS or probably Windows in this case. Okay, so I set up the BIOS as I wanted it, and we're going to reset, see if anything's on the hard drive, and we've got confirmation of a Matrix graphics adapter. I think that's 64 megabytes. Diskette drive error, that's no biggie at this stage. Looks like we have Windows 95. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Normally computers from the scrap store have their hard drive already erased. In this case I shall boot it and erase and reinstall, just to make sure that there's no issues with anyone and their data. And here's Windows 95 booted. I'm not going to be looking any data on this. This is just to show you very quickly, and also just to check the machine is functioning as should be. It all looks pretty much okay to me, and I've decided in retrospect I think I'm going to reformat the hard drive and put DOS 6.2 on it. Like in the previous machine, I decided to put a compact flash solution for the secondary drive. Luckily this one will fit with the cable and enable me to put it in the PCI slot at the back. Out of curiosity, I removed the graphics card here. Now there's not a lot of space to work here, it's a bit of a squeeze, but managed to get it out, and there's the SVGA connector, and also looks like a joystick port, 15 pin, and there's the card itself. Quite a capable card, that, not bad at all. Here we have the connector for CD-ROM drive. I've disconnected that for the moment. I'll reconnect it once I'm sure the machine is basically finished. In the slot below the graphics card we do have a sound card. It's a nice small one, but quite difficult again to get out. A little bit of persistence though. Don't forget this is an old machine, it could have been sitting around for years with all these components in, and they do get a little bit crusty and dried up sometimes. So sometimes you need to give things a bit of a wiggle. And if that doesn't work, get a screwdriver out and give it some brute force. And so once I've done that, to pop the cards back in, we've got the audio card at the bottom, as you can see, the Matrix graphics card just above it there, and then on the other side we have the compact flash solution, It's much better having it in a slot like this because you can take the card in and out with ease. So that's pretty much the end of this video. I'm slightly disappointed I didn't have to repair anything, but in conclusion the machine just needed a bit of a clean-up, and in the end I erased all the data on the hard drive and then I reinstalled it with Microsoft DOS. That gives the machine a good foundation for anybody who takes it on and wants to install whatever they want on top of it. That should also mean that the data is nice and removed. Okay, thanks ever so much for watching. As always, Retro Marky